Rest in peace to David Crosby and this judge who was from Las Vegas. You know, I had to go read. Let me go read something. I'm glad to go read this. I'm glad to go read the People magazine now. The People magazine. I'm glad to read it now. This is what I'm going to have to do. This right here is today's issue of People magazine with Prince Harry on the cover of it. The good. This is says. This is from his mouth. My story, my words. This is in his language. The good, the bad, and everything in between. See this? See this? It was on the cover, and then you have. Well, I'm not gonna read anything about Kelly Cuoco because I'm not gonna do that. I respect Kelly Cuoco and whatever she have done. So I gotta go read something. I ain't give a fuck about Sally Hostin. One, I don't even give a fuck about. I don't even give a fuck about that bitch Margot Robbie. Hold on, not Bryan Cranston. I already took on my I already took on my motherfucking. I already took on my Breaking Bad through this set already. What is that fucking? What is that motherfucking issue? Oh, here you go. Yeah, Harry. I am exactly where I am meant to be. Prince Harry, he is putting himself out there like never before as he opens up about his new memoir, Spare and his hopes for the future. This is what he said. That's what Prince Harry said. That's what Prince Harry has said. This. He shared more about himself in the past week than he has in the 38 years prior, a seismic shift that has left him feeling that for the first time in his extraordinary life, the world is finally seeing him for who he is on his own terms. Until now, he writes in his best-selling new memoir, Spare. That's the one right there, Spare. Uh, he felt most defined, both publicly and privately, by his role as the spare, quote unquote, spare to his brother, Prince William. Prince William is around the age range as me. He around my age. His brother was around my age. The heir, amid days of interviews and intense reaction to the unprecedented book, The Duke of Sussex, is in a contemplative, what's this? In a contemplative mood as he speaks with people about the raw account he offers the over the course of 416 candid pages, which explore everything from the death of his mother, Princess Diana, when he was just 12, to the loss of his virginity at 17 years of age, to his painfully fractured relationship with his father, King Charles. Yeah, King Charles, he's in his 70s. And Big Brother William, his brother William, although his wife, oh shit, Meghan Markle, the Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex, that bitch is older than Prince Harry himself. 41 was by his side as they shared details about their courtship and decision to step back from royal life in 2020, the last month's widely viewed Netflix documentary Harry and Meghan. He's now speaking out solo and finding himself in the hot seat as a global audience chews over many of the intimate details of his life. Why then bear all while writing a new chapter in California alongside Meghan and the couple's children, uh, Archie, 3, and Lilibet? That's the name, Lilibet, 19 months. He says he is finally free to use his own voice to speak out against the forces within the royal family, the institution, society at large, and the press. He says that led to his decision to leave his UK homeland. It never needed to be this way. He told ITV's Tom Bradby, alleging that the leaking and planting of stories in the British press by the palace and members of his family left him no choice but to flee. Although there are years of pain on both sides to contend with, Harry is adamant that he wants reconciliation with the royal family, let alone himself, Prince William and King Charles. But first, there's need to be some accountability. He says, I love my family. I always will. I just wish they had been there for me. For now, the royals are remaining publicly tight lipped, with one palace insider noting that William and Charles are upset and sad, but quite resilient. Responding publicly would not be the smart thing to do. With Charles's coronation approaching on May 6th, a close friend of Diana's, Harry's mom, adds, maybe this is the end of a chapter. This is the end of a chapter, maybe. And hopefully things can get better over time. This is now a chance to rebuild and renew. An exclusive interview and excerpts that follow Harry opens up about his deeply personal memoir and how after the decades of trying to find his true purpose, he ended up with no what does it say? He ended up finding a new identity, no longer a spare, now a husband and a father. The roles he feels he was truly born to fulfill. This is what the interviewer told Harry. Why did you decide to write a memoir, and what was the process like for you? Harry said, for 38 years, countless media and others have told a distorted version of my story. I'm at a place in my life where I'm ready to share the truth about my lived experience in my own words. In my own words, I've been working on this for the past 2 years and have poured my heart and soul into it, choosing each moment with care. It has been a privilege to be able to tell my story in my own words. My hope has been to turn my pain into purpose, So if sharing my experience makes a positive difference in someone's life, well, I can't think of anything more rewarding than that. The interviewer said, a major theme throughout the book is the idea of the hair, well, not hair, HEIR, air, and the spare, and how spare was a defining term in your life and in your relationship with your brother Prince William. Why did you decide on the title, and how do you feel about the word today? Harry said this: for long as I can remember, I have heard and seen the term spare to describe me. To describe me. I knew the only way I could write this book. What a good conscience would be if I openly and honestly confronted my experiences and leaned into that which once held me back, including this term. While I know much of my life may seem unrelatable, I do think most siblings can relate to struggling with comparisons, and my brother and I are no exception. The interviewer said this: you open spare with the insight that perhaps your family never really, what does it say? Oh, yeah, understood you. What do you hope your family's takeaway is from the book? Harry said this: I want people to read my memoir and come to their own conclusions. I don't want to tell anyone what to think of it. And I forgot about this shit. And that includes my family, this book and its troops, or in many ways, it should just separate many in ways. A continuation of my own mental health journey. It's a raw account of my life, the good, the bad, and everything in between. The interviewer said this: what kind of relationship do you want your children to have with your family as they grow up? Harry said, "Hmm, I've said before that I wanted a family, not an institution. So, of course, I would love nothing more than for our children to have relationships with members of my family." See, they forgot to separate my and family, and they do with some, which brings me great joy. The interviewer said again, you write about the difficulty you felt in accepting that your mother, Princess Diana, had actually died. At this point in your life, do you feel like you found closure in her death? Harry said this again, as I detail in the book. I struggled for years to accept or even speak about my mother's death. I was unable to process that she was gone. I'm not sure anyone can ever truly have closure when they lose a parent or anyone for that matter, especially when that grief may be the only thing left of them. Personally, I had to go through a lot of internal work and experience to finally face it in order to rid myself of the pain that was held or trapped in my mind and body. Serving in the military was a turning point. It saved me. It gave me purpose. In the darkest of times, therapy also allowed me the space to address much of my trauma and grief by removing life's filters, cleaning the windshield, and seeing life as it is rather than through the fog. The healing process has allowed me to get to a place where I now feel the presence of my mom before more than ever before. She's with me all the time, my guardian angel. The interviewer said this in the prior. You mentioned that your military service helped save you, but how do you reconcile that with the ethical impacts of war, including lives that are lost and taken? Harry said again, I don't know that you ever fully what's the word? Reconcile? Yeah, the painful elements of being at war. This is something each soldier has to confront. Yeah, that's word. That's words. This is something each soldier has to confront. Now, and in the nearly 2 decades of working working alongside service personnel and veterans, I listened to their stories and have shared mine. In these conversations, we often talk about the parts of our service that haunt us, the lives lost, the lives taken, but also the part of our service that heal us and the lives we saved. It's a duty, a job, and a service to our country. And having done 2 tours of duty in Afghanistan for my country, I've done all I could to be the best soldier I was trained to be. Yeah, that's the word. I was trained to be. There's truly no right or wrong way to try and navigate these feelings. As we says, these feelings. But I know from my own healing journey that silence has been the least effective. What's it say? Remedy. Yes, what says remedy. Expressing and detailing my experience is how I chose to deal with it in the hopes it would help others. All this more. Interviewer said it again. You talked about how your relationship with Megan has opened your eyes about racism in the media, in the world at large, and even in the institution. Can you say more about that? Harry said, my relationship with Megan, yeah, the Sussex Duchess, has opened my eyes to so much I fear I otherwise would have never under fully never what's the word would have never fully understood. When we recognize bias within ourselves and others, we have a choice: be part of the problem through inaction, or the part of the solution through change. We live in a world of systemic racism, and none of us are immune from the effects of that. The effects. I am someone who has long benefited from my place in society. I understand that much better today than I once did. I had so much to learn and equally unlearn. It's not a simple process, but it's a fulfilling one. I'm a better husband and father and human because what's it says? Let me backtrack. I'm a better husband, father, and human because of it. I feel more grounded and connected. That's word connected. To this day, I'm doing important and necessary work to understand and address unconscious bias. It's ever evolving and requires us to step up and speak out where we can, even when it's our friends, families, or loved ones. The interviewer says for a couple, there's something the interviewers will question Harry. You talk about all the roles you had in your life, from soldier to full time working royal. How do you identify yourself now? Harry said, a husband, a father, first and foremost, as well as a veteran environmentalist and mental health advocate. I know that I want to live, yeah, that's what he says. I know that I want to live my life in service of others and that I want to live by example for my kids. There's more of those. There's more of these things I gotta finish up. You describe your special relationship with your grandmother, Queen Elizabeth. That's Queen Elizabeth in the picture. Uh, 10 years later with Harry. You describe your special relationship with your grandmother, Queen Elizabeth. How will you remember her? This is what Harry said. My grandmother and I were very close, and we very much did have a special relationship. I miss her dearly, as well as her cheeky sense of humor and quick wit. Yes, word. Her cheeky sense of humor and quick wit. I'm also really happy for her. She lived a full life and is now reunited with her husband. I will forever cherish every memory I had with her, especially the times she spent with my children. There's two of them, that the interviewer had to hand to Harry. What's next as for you? What's next for you as you look towards the future? Question mark. It's all question marks and all this other shit. Uh, oh yeah, Harry said this. Yeah, that's right. The royal guy, the royal prince said this. I'm looking ahead and am optimistic for what's to come. I have a beautiful and blessed life, one that comes with a platform and with it responsibility that Megan and I plan to use wisely. I feel I am exactly where I am meant to be and exactly where we, my family, are meant to be. I don't think I could have written this book otherwise. There's more of these. Boy, there's more of these. The interviewer said this. Since your move to California, you're acclimated to life in America, and that includes a craving for fast food. Yeah, fast food. Megan has shared that you two love In and Out Burger. What's your go to order? Yep, the prince said this. In and Out Burger. In and Out is the best. I ordered two double doubles, animal style fries, and a Coke. And that's just for me. Meg gets the cheeseburger and fries with sides of jalapenos. I just stick with the ketchup and that special sauce of theirs. So good. The Simon Paris report. The Simon Paris report. I think I was finished with this shit. Yeah, once I'm finished with this shit, we got other pictures they have of Prince Harry here. There's Prince Harry in his new house in Cali. There's his new book, Spare, his new memoir book called Spare. There's a picture of Prince Harry, Princess Meghan, Prince William, and Princess Kate in September of last year. What else did he say? What did Harry said this? What did Harry said this? What Prince Harry said this shit? He says he says I want a family, not an institution. He told it to ITV. Here's Prince Harry in his house in California. So there's one here. There's a photo here. Back in 1989, Prince Harry joins his big brother William at Weatherby School. It's been 34 years. It's been 34 years. I've hoped. It's 34 years of history. So it's been 34 years ago. I've been a student since the 80s, and I was being a student my first in 89, 88, 89 maybe, and then my last in 2003. I've been in the elementary school system when I was like 7, and then my last when I dropped out at the age of 21. I was 21 years old when I dropped out. So we're going through all this shit here. There's a second one right here. This is where William and Harry were at the funeral of their mother. And who's he at the funeral of? Their mother, Princess Diana. They were at her funeral. They were at Princess Diana's funeral, their mother's funeral in 97. The third one I had to go cover and read. Prince William rode in alongside Prince Charles. Yep, the father of the princes, father of the brothers, Princes William and Harry. Well, Prince Charles is in his 70s now anyway. I can't even fault this guy for what he do to raise those boys. He raised some boys well. Him and Diana, man. It sucks that Diana's gone. You know what I mean? Everything that goes on with the pain that's always been going deep, way, way, way deep. But this is one thing that goes to the third one. It says William rode alongside then Prince Charles at Trooping the Color in 2012. Well, that was like 11 years later. Well, Prince Charles is now King Charles. So go to 2012 while Harry was in the carriage with Camilla, who was another princess. And there's Kate. And Kate, who was Kate that Harry's big brother William is married to. It's Kate. There's Kate Middleton. Let me show you Kate Middleton. Kate Middleton is one of the women. Kate Middleton is the lady that Prince William is married to. That's Kate Middleton. Uh, she's a princess. This got a picture. There's a picture of Prince Harry and his mom, Princess Diana, in the summer of 1995. Well, 13 then. I was 13 years old. I think it was at a. This is where and what it says. It says a son's pain, Harry and his mother Diana, in August 1995, and during a theme park visit. And later, back in April of 1992, I was 9 years old. I was 9 years old then. Shit. I was 9 years old then. When this picture came out. Uh, April 1992. This is before or after all the shit went down when the riots happened in around late April 1992 when the riots happened. People started going crazy, started throwing shit, fucking cars, looting stores, grabbing fucking furnitures and motherfucking TVs, VCRs, and all this other bullshit. In around South Central LA. Well, I was in California, so. Look at this. This is where Harry told ABC, I have felt the presence of my mom more so in the last 2 years than I have in the last 30. This is some shit I gotta read, bro. Damn. Well, I gotta read all this shit. The Rugby Cup, the Rugby World Cup provided me with a driver. On my first night in the City of Light, I asked him if he knew the tunnel where my mother. I watched his eyes in a rear view growing large. That came from Prince Harry. It came from Harry. Uh, the tunnel is called Ponte de Lama, Ayama, I think. What is this? Ponte de Alma, Ayama. Oh, I told him. Yes, he knew it. I want to go through it. You want to go through the tunnel at 65 miles per hour, to be precise, 65. Yes, the exact speed Mummy's car had supposedly been driving according to the police. At the time of the crash, not 120 miles per hour, as the press originally reported. The driver looked over the passenger seat. Bodyguard Billy the Rock nodded gravely. Let's do it, Billy. Added that if the driver were or ever related, ever revealed to another human that we ask him to do this, we find him. We find him, and there would be hell to pay. That's the word. There would be hell to pay. The driver gave a solemn nod. Off we went, waving through traffic, cruising past the Ritz, where Mummy had her last meal with her boyfriend that August night. Then we came to the mouth of the tunnel. We zipped ahead, went over the lip at the tunnel's entrance. The bump that supposedly sent Mummy's Mercedes veering off course. But the lip was nothing. We barely felt it. As the car entered the tunnel, I leaned forward, watched the light. changed to a kind of water orange. Watched the concrete pillars flicker past. I counted them, counted my heartbeats. In a few seconds, we emerged from the other side. I sat back. Quietly, I said, "Is that all of it?" "It's nothing. It's just a straight tunnel. Just a straight tunnel." I always imagined the tunnel as some treacherous passageway inherently dangerous. But it was a short, simple, no frills tunnel. No frills tunnel. No reason anyone should die inside it. And the driver and Billy the Rock didn't answer. He did not answer. It had been a very bad idea. I'd had plenty of bad ideas in my 23 years, but this one was uniquely ill conceived. I told myself that I wanted closure, but I didn't really. Deep down, I hoped to feel in that tunnel what I'd felt that JLP, formerly private secretary. Oh, that's that name? I never heard that name before. Shit. Ex private secretary Jamie Lothar Pinkerton gave me the police files. The police files. Disbelief, doubt instead. That was the night all doubt fell away. She's dead. I thought, my God, she's really gone for good. I got the closure. I was pretending to seek. I got it in spades. And now I never be able to get rid of it. I thought driving the tunnel, I thought driving the tunnel would bring an end or brief cessation to the pain, the decade of unrelenting pain. Instead, it brought on the start of pain part two. Boy. Oh, there's his final visit with Queen Elizabeth II. Queen Elizabeth II. This is his final visit with his grandmother, the Queen Elizabeth II. An exclusive excerpt from Spare Harry recalls his emotional return home following his grandmother Queen Elizabeth's funeral in September 2022. Uh, yeah, it's gonna take long. For days and days, we couldn't stop hugging the children, couldn't let them out of our sight. What's to say? For days and days, we couldn't stop hugging the children, couldn't let them out of our sight. Though I also couldn't stop picturing them with Granny. The final visit, Archie making deep, well, deep chivalrous, what's it? What's it say? Archie making deep chivalrous vows. I think vows. I think his baby sister Lilibet. That's the name I mentioned. Lilibet. Cuddling with the monarch's shins. That's the word monarch. Sweetest children. Granny said, sounding bemused, she expected them to be a bit more American, I think, meaning in her mind, more rambunctious. Now, while overjoyed to be home again, doing drop offs again, reading Giraffes Can't Dance again, I couldn't stop remembering day and night images flitted through my mind. Standing before her during my passed out parade, shoulders thrown back, catching her half smile stationed beside her on the balcony, saying something that caught her off guard and made her, despite the solemnity of the occasion, laugh out loud, leaning into her ear so many times, smelling her perfume as I whispered a joke, kissing both cheeks at one public event, just recently placing a hand lightly on her shoulder, feeling how frail she was becoming. making a silly video for the first Invictus Games. What's the word? Invictus Games? Discovering that she was a natural comedian. How people around the world howled and said they never suspected she possessed such a wicked sense of humor, but she did. She always did. That was one of our little secrets. In fact, in every photo of us, whenever we're exchanging a glance, making solid eye contact, it's clear we had secrets, special relationship. That's what they said about us. And now I couldn't stop thinking about this the specialness would no longer be. That would no longer be the visits that wouldn't take place. Well, I told myself that's just the deal. That's just the deal, isn't it? That's life. That's life still. As with so many partings, I, I just wish there'd been one more goodbye. There's new life that they got a picture here. There's a picture here that says Henry says Harry. That Harry carries Lilibet on his shoulders as Meghan holds Archie in her arms. Harry told ITV that I've got two beautiful kids. That's what he said. That's what Harry was telling ITV in this interview. He says, I've got two beautiful kids and an amazing life. The happiness in my family now I have never felt before. That's what Prince Harry told them. Prince Harry told them. See, his thoughts on his mom with Prince Harry, his thoughts on Princess Diana, I did not know. This is will be something I gotta find out about. This is what he said this here. He said this about his mom, Princess Diana. She's with me. She's with me all the time, my guardian angel. Let me go to I'm gonna go to Google. I'll be back. Gotta go to Princess Diana. Gotta go to Princess Diana. Hold on. God damn it. I gotta find the Wicca. Shit. There's one of them. Hold on for a minute. I gotta. Oh, that's the name right there. Diana. Princess Diana. There's Princess Diana. Wales royalty. Hold on. Oh, I know what to do. I know just what to do. Fuck. I gotta write that shit down too. It's the two people that one. It's the two people that are no longer with us. Uh, I had to write down in memoriam of. I wrote down in memoriam of Princess Diana. I had to write that name down. Uh, the last person is Queen Elizabeth II. Yep, she's like United Kingdom royalty. That's where we're going, folks. Yep. Hold on, man. Hold on for a minute. Let me write down another one. Let me do another one too. I ain't getting a chance to memorialize these people sooner. I forgotten to do that last year. It's time for me to do it now. It's time for me to do this shit now. It's time for me to do this shit now. Oh, February 6, 1952. Yeah, I know that. I know how old she was.
The fuck, man? What the fuck's going on fucking Raw?
They trying to cancel the acknowledgement ceremony, and they trying to when during the after I came back, I had to go on straight to Bing, and I found out I went to the Bing after I got home from doing my headset shopping. Now I had to go on to the Bing, and I look up, this happened with Jay Briscoe. And they say he died in a fatal car crash. His two daughters are riding with him in the truck in Lowell, Delaware, USA. And all of a sudden, his daughters are taken to a local hospital in Delaware. And Jamie Pugh, Jay Briscoe, is pronounced dead at the age of 38. He's around Jamar's age. Dead at the age of 38.
Yeah, there's one half of the tag team, man.
Yes, the Briscoe brothers.
Right now.
Yeah. Jay Briscoe was a Ring of Honor legend.
So what happened? Why they told AEW they can't show this stuff, this credits on the thing, man?
Because Warner Brothers Discovery are a bunch of fucking assholes. They won't even let Tony Khan do a tribute show. They're not letting him do it. Because they're assholes. They won't even let Tony Khan do a motherfucking thing. They ain't letting him do shit. Because he had to go follow the rules of Warner Brothers Discovery because he had to make the deal with them. And that's what that part is. I had to go start. I might have to go watch the JD from NY206 clips, and then I had to find out when JD already knew that Warner Brothers Discovery will not allow J. Mark Briscoe to be on AEW television, even though because of the stuff that J. Mark Briscoe said about the gay community.
Wait, what?
That was like it was like I think J. Mark Briscoe said some shit about the LGBTQ. I think it was happening like 14 years ago. They said some shit about the gay community, some homophobic stuff. And that's why the network, that's why Warner Brothers Discovery will not allow the Briscoes to be on AEW television, because this one thing. This is all the bullshit happens. The Warner Brothers Discovery does not even give a fuck about the Briscoes anymore. They didn't give a fuck about them. That's why I told Donzel previous Wednesday in JD's chat. Like I said to Donzel, like, hey Donzel, Warner Media doesn't even care about the Briscoes, and then Donzel told me he knows. Nah, I mean, oh, what you talking about? The acknowledgement ceremony?
Yeah.
They they shot that.
WWE ain't show the picture.
What do you think the acknowledgement ceremony with the bloodline?
Look, they ain't show no. WWE didn't acknowledge Jay Briscoe's death. No, they didn't
They
show
did
that.
not acknowledge it.
Oh man.
They did not acknowledge the death of Jay Briscoe because Jay Briscoe never even went to WWE. Him and Mark they never even go to WWE. They only show the picture of Jay Briscoe on AEW Dynamite last Wednesday. Yep, it's bad. It sucks now. It sucks then. It sucks now. February 6th. Okay, got it. Okay, February 6th. Got it. September 8th. September 8th, 2022. I got it now. I got that bitch now. Oh, fuck, I got that bitch now. September 8th. September 8th. Of last year, 2022. Yeah. Yep. It still sucks now because they don't. That's all the shit that happened. It happens. As a lot of people falling like flies, and they die. I put out in memoriams of the two people that Prince Harry had missed. The two people that Prince Harry had missed. His mother, Princess Diana, and his grandmother, Queen Elizabeth. His grandmother, Queen Elizabeth. That's why I had to go pull out two in memoriams. Let me see if I can use this. Let me see if I got it. Oh yeah, but I got that shit. Queen Elizabeth. Yeah. That picture was been taken in 1959, I think. Ooh, boy. Oh boy. Oh fuck. Where she was born in? God damn. Oh fuck. This is going to suck. Oh god, this is going to suck. April 1926. April 21st, 19. Shit. Oh shit. April 21st, 1920. Shit, god damn. I don't want to fucking write that down. Oh, hold on now. Hold on. April 21st, 1926. I forgot all about that shit. April 21st. Got it. April 12, April. What's it? April. That's the name. Let's see. April 21st. I got that shit. April 21st. What's it? 21st. Let's see. April something. Oh, April 21st. Got it. April 21st. I don't want to mess that up. April 21st. Oh shit. April 21st. 1926. Oh, that's how old Queen Elizabeth was when That's how old Queen Elizabeth was. April 21st. Okay, April 21st, 1926. That's her date of birth. Yeah, that's it. That's it. I don't want to fuck this up though. All right, then. That's it with This is all it with Hold on. Let me get off this shit. All right, that's it with this is it with the this is it with the the Prince Harry exclusive from People magazine. Uh, Rest in peace to the Princess Diana. You know, all the people that's gone, man. This sucks so bad. All the people that died, they all got to go. Sometimes, man, anybody else goes, they got to go. Rest in peace to David Crosby, the Las Vegas judge, uh, Adam Rich. Who else was there? I gotta find one. We got some deaths in here. You go find the depths. Oh God, where the depths at? Where are the depths? Where are the depths at? I need to find the depths. Yep. And all the people and you can't even see shit now. Okay, rest in peace to Gangsta Boo, uh, Adam Rich, Taylor Lewis, David Crosby, Bernard Cab, Williams, who died, um, the Las Vegas judge, uh, and who else was there? Charles White, Jeffrey Beck, and Jamin Pugh, also known as Jay Briscoe, the Ring of Honor legend. All right. See you in the next video on February 1st with the birthday celebrations of Lisa Marie Presley and Sherman Hemsley. See you on the 1st of February.